The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, and welcome to today's presentation. Today we're going to talk about M2 technologies and really what's new within our organization. A little bit about the industry, more about the technology, and how that's driving us forward. This is a bit of a deviation from our traditional webinars, where we focus a lot on features and workflows within various technologies. On that subject, we have just completed a series on what's new within the Autodesk 2019 family of products. I would encourage you to check those out. Today, we'll move through the first few slides fairly quick. We'll start with some background information on us, then we'll likely spend the bulk of our time on the back half of the presentation. There, we'll dig a little deeper into the details of the industry, technology, and why that's driving M2 forward. Who we are, we're M2. We're a technology and process consulting firm who has the benefit of selling world-class technologies. We're headquartered out of Nashua, New Hampshire, but our presence spans the U.S. and overseas. While our engagements are really very broad, we spend a lot of time engaged with industrial machinery companies, building product manufacturers, and everything in between, including those that touch these in really any way. As mentioned, we provide sales and support of world-class solutions and complement that with a full range of consulting services. Everything from enterprise implementations, training, data management, and process optimization. We've just relaunched our website. I really would encourage you to check it out. I think it reflects how we're realigning and evolving to ensure that we meet the demands of the industry. While up there, check out those what's new webinars I mentioned earlier and sign up for any future presentations. Who am I? I'm George Wright. I'm partnered with Matt Burke, and my charter is to ensure that we continue to provide value to our customers. Along with that, ensure our offerings grow to meet the requests being brought upon us. Prior to M2, I spent quite a bit of time at our sister company, Microdesk. We'll talk a bit more about them and the relationship later, but my focus was similar, responding to the challenges of the AEC industry. Our vision is that we strive to be that transformation agent our customers can leverage through their own growth. Whether the need is to increase production or expand into a new industry, we can support and assist in facilitating that growth. As technology evolves, we realize that the opportunity is in front of us to help our customers in a very significant way. Our approach is consistent, which lends quality and confidence to our customers. Whether you are upgrading to a new version or implementing a new technology, our process, we ensure that we engage and provide vision to all necessary stakeholders. I mentioned Autodesk. We've been a value-added reseller for more than 20 years. We're very fortunate to bring the solutions they develop to market. We've recently partnered with Eagle Point to provide a new method to deliver training and support to our customers through their Pinnacle series. As the booming industry makes it harder to pull staff from projects, we can provide on-demand solutions as another method to help our customers provide continuing education and develop to their own staff. Panzora allows us to foster internal communication for organizations with teams spread across a number of geographies. Utilizing the cloud, we can allow teams to work real-time with a technology-agnostic platform. I mentioned Microdesk. As the AEC industry demands more value from the manufacturing sector, our relationship has grown stronger than ever before, with a great number of collaborative projects. This can include engagements where a new facility is looking to incorporate equipment data into a work order management system, or where a manufacturing firm is looking to expand or redesign their own facility to enable a better workflow or incorporate new equipment. Regarding industry transformation, you'll see and hear digital a lot. That is also true on our website. Gone are the days where it is okay to use manual processes to get data from one technology to another. Manually programming a CNC machine or reforming data for input are really rapidly going away. While today is not intended to be a discussion about the transformation of the industry, I thought it would be good to just spend a moment to provide some high-level reference. IoT and artificial intelligence are accessible to the smallest of manufacturing firms. Robots for automated or hazardous tasks are becoming more accessible than ever before. While today is not intended to be a discussion on the overall industry and machine learning, a great resource to learn what is possible can be found by doing a search for IBM, Watson, and manufacturing. I think you'll be amazed. Equipment is connected through hardwire, Wi-Fi, or hotspots to not only analyze performance, but also to allow equipment to communicate when it needs service, additional inventory, or other form of attention. We can modify project setups, change project priorities, all without direct hands-on engagement. Cloud computing is allowing simulation and predictive analysis to every point in the industry. Storage is cheap, and accessibility can be done on the fly with the use of subscription-based services. Owners are starting to learn what is possible and are asking more and more of their internal teams, why not them? The reason is often change is not easy. With all that is available to us, we don't have to expect risk or assume quality will suffer as we increase speed and introduce efficiencies. Our partner Autodesk has done amazing things providing technologies that will allow models and data to move from one another with minimal rework. This is true of both the desktop and cloud solution. In addition, they have provided collections with tools that complement each other to provide a firm with everything they need in one simple bundle. Cloud computing and storage is really fueling the adoption. Accessibility to knowledge like EaglePoint or real-time data sharing from Panzora is more possible today than ever before. While today is not really intended to show tips and tricks, I did want to highlight just a few of the tools which we are engaged. We have access to visualization and generative design tools which provide greater interaction with the design process. We know a picture is worth 1,000 words. An animation, which we can interact and manipulate, is really 100 times a picture. Using 3D Studio Max, we can extend the value of a model, apply textures, lighting, and really understand the finished product. We can review our design and leverage the cloud to engage stakeholders regardless of their location. We can obtain feedback and incorporate change faster than ever before. Moving models between the Autodesk solutions makes all of this possible. How many design iterations can this process save? Using solutions like Nastran and CFD, we can understand stress and fatigue and how that will impact the life of our product. We can visualize the impact on materials and how design changes can impact the performance of a finished product. In the past, this would have been a daunting task of import and export, knowing we had data loss, questioning the validity of the results. We can further understand how a product will perform by simulating air or fluid and how our product is affected or how it can dissipate something like heat to extend the expected life. Each of these allow a visual representation, again, more than 1,000 words. The amount of time saved through digital simulation is amazing. Plus, the number of teams that can contribute to the review process is even greater. Imagine trying to interpret the results of thermal simulation using a grid with numbers to reflect heat transfer, or having to import and export into multiple solutions during the design and integration process. Or thinking of years past, where we would have had to wait hours for the results because our own desktops were not capable. What I'm really excited about is Configurator 360. Providing a solution that extends a design model to sales or marketing really affects a company's bottom line. That really makes an impact and really, as transformation agents, what we are here to do. Here we are connecting an inventor model to the cloud and allowing your customers to configure a product and request a quote. Really, we have the same capability of the automotive world for build and price, really at a fraction of the cost. In this scenario, we're giving our customer access to all the necessary design data to make an informed decision and allow them to request a quote on the fly. I mentioned quality control. We have solutions like Fusion Lifecycle that can integrate with our design to make the implementation of a PLM system a much easier task. Many of the companies we meet state that they have a PLM system. When asked how it's helping them, the answer is typically we gave up on it, mostly because the effort to connect data was far too great. Talking about BIM, the data used in the manufacturing process can be leveraged all the way through operations and maintenance without the recreation of data in the BIM or Revit models. Here we're looking at BIM 360 Ops to leverage the metadata in a Revit model by maintenance teams. That data is often entered from cut sheets, but it really doesn't have to be that way. Here, maintenance teams can not only obtain service data, but interact with a model simulation before they engage. As your equipment gets incorporated into the facility, imagine how this will impact your own field service teams in the long term. Quite often, maintenance teams are not at the location of the service request. What if we can reduce each issue by one site visit with better understanding of the equipment and the environment? There really is more to show, but I wanted to stay focused. Look through the collections. As a start, we have Recap, Vault, and others, which all can add value to the process. I mentioned BIM, and I also mentioned the AEC industry. Just a few statistics. 30% of the population lived in cities in 1950, not that long ago. That number is expected to more than double by the year 2050. We're building more megacities to meet the population needs in both corporate centers, healthcare, education, civic, and housing. The New York City population is booming, and you can see cranes across the skyline really every day. But that is just not a New York City trend. Nashville, Austin, Boise, and others are all trying to keep up with the demands placed on them by an influx of population. It is expected that the number of buildings on the earth will double by the year 2050. That's an amazing statistic. This growth in the built world has a direct impact on manufacturing. We have to create more windows, valves, cranes, refrigerators, and trucks faster and more efficient than ever before. Architecture and engineering teams are trying to accomplish their own analysis and simulation earlier in the process. Having real data from expected purchased equipment to validate heating, cooling, and other equipment allows for a building to perform as it is designed. Construction teams leverage the geometry to ensure everything fits as designed and reduces change orders and unnecessary rework. Items such as connection points, which may seem insignificant prior to construction, can have a dramatic impact on schedules and cost. Owners know that information gained in the construction process is of value, as the operating costs of a building are exponentially higher than the upfront design and construction fees. Maintenance and asset management systems can now integrate with Revit models using applications like ModelStream to reduce the effort of implementing a CAFM system. What this means is that the built world will ask more of us, including taking our digital design and integrating them into the digital facility model. Here we are seeing a model created in Inventor, then brought into Revit. What this allows is assurance that the materials will fit into the design without conflict. Further, any manufacturer data can be automatically synchronized with a bill of materials, giving you as the manufacturer a greater chance of providing the equipment to the contractor during the construction phase. While we're focused on a spiral staircase here, imagine the impact on a hospital or an airport. The number of components that go into that type of facility is in the hundreds of thousands. Eliminating trial and error on the construction site is becoming common practice. Those who are willing to provide more valuable digital equipment will find themselves in a competitive advantage. All of the metadata provided to the design teams will be translated directly to the bill of materials, increasing the chance of being implemented during construction. So if we take a step in a little bit of a different direction here and we talk about the impact that the industry trends and the technology transformation has on M2 today. We're not just providing training anymore. The requests really are impact our business. Come in as a neutral party, review our information and data flow, find inefficiencies, and propose change. Again, oftentimes we're the neutral party. In many ways, this involves the integration of new technologies. But more often than not, organizations already own the solutions that we propose. Typically, they are being misused, underused, or unfortunately, they have been designated shelfware. As you will see in the following slide, we are getting a tremendous amount of requests to help us connect teams that are in different locations in a meaningful way, that their contribution does not slow our process. Depending on the scenario and design technologies in place, we'll introduce Vault. The basic version is accessible to anyone who has the collections already. Again, shelfware. However, moving to the workgroup or pro versions have a significant advantage. There are others to consider or integrate, such as Panzora for internal collaboration or other Autodesk cloud solutions to extend coordination outside the firewall. As you can see from just a small example, it is essentially, don't just troubleshoot our daily technical problems, help us define our future. This year, we've done a few things to help ourselves and our customers, or really, help ourselves help our customers. First, we reviewed internal processes, communication procedures, and have made adjustments to help us be a bit more dynamic. As well, prepare ourselves for a bigger growth effort across the US as we move forward. We've begun to engage our customers in a broader effort to communicate new trends in technology and process. This is done through coordinated efforts by our account executives, better use of newsletters, and adoption of social media forums. From a technical perspective, adoption of Pinnacle, Panzora, and additional Autodesk CAM solutions, PowerMill and FeatureCam are just small reflections on how we are reacting to the requests coming from our customers. Our vault services are up significantly. This confirms that data management and the removal of project file chaos is a high priority for our customers. While it seems like a simple task, having a poor workflow is really disruptive to the entire team. Searching to understand who has the latest drawing file is really no longer an acceptable business practice. Templates and styles to improve team collaboration continue to grow as a firm asks for more from their design solutions. The level of involvement on both training and project mentoring for simulation are becoming more and more commonplace. I mentioned the collections very early on, and I think I referenced them a few times through our presentation. We're finding our customers are more open today to provide access to tools beyond model and documentation functions to their teams, essentially enabling their own teams to innovate. We see that through the variety of technical supports we receive every day. While Fusion continues to make its place in the market, Configurator 360 is growing really at an accelerated rate. More departments of a company, or more individuals in a company, are now interested in design technology like never before. I think I did mention that Configurator 360. I was really excited about that product, and I continue to build that excitement around that application. Quite simply, we really are growing. We've added another consulting teammate this week and are already searching for the next great candidate for our consulting team. To support our customers, we're realigning and growing our team to provide greater accessibility for our customers. We're leveraging our partners to obtain better insights into the future of technology and how we can prepare our customers. As well, think about what will be possible next year when applying new processes today. Moving forward, we'll seek out new teammates who have direct experience on bleeding edge technologies to transfer that knowledge to our team who have years of manufacturing experience. At the same time, we're actively searching for those organizations that want to partner up to implement leading edge technologies. Those firms that understand the process of integrating solutions which don't yet have widespread adoption, yet they will accept that to always be that market leader. We're expanding our digital presence through a number of outlets to engage and inform our customers. As the world changes, we have to find new ways to communicate. Better use of LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and others to ensure we provide a wider array of means to adapt to how you would like to receive updates. And we're not immune ourselves to the need to progress and implement change. We're upgrading and improving our internal systems to foster communication and response time to requests in a significant manner. After all, we're a business that needs to evolve just like yourselves. Looking to the future, we're going to continue to grow in all of the areas that we discussed. We'll engage in more opportunities, find more efficiencies, and continue to bring those to market. As I mentioned very early on, we're often in front of the industry. In the coming months, you'll see more engagement with things like asset management and field service, not just tracking service technician location, but linking equipment, information, parts, inventory, locations, and skill sets. By strengthening our practices of today and balancing the adoption of new technologies and processes, we'll meet these challenges together. Certainly, the built world is not going to wait for us to figure it all out, so we must adapt to stay competitive.